one and twos. Let me rip the glasses off real quick because I ain't seen no comments top it up just yet. But I'm just saying, y'all, we got to get some catching up because it's been a lot of talk going on. So, who's the topic of choice at this very moment? Yeah, let's talk about Todd Tucker and Candy Burris. You know, the multi-millionaire escape chick that was in a group. Escape, you know, the one that recently had Soldier Boy tell him on there to tell him how much she was worth, and had her big brother Ti tip Harris. Because I kept thinking, wow, this is a very interesting interview. And Soldier Boy is calling what's her name? Candy bald headed and all this stuff. She had Ti on there. I get it, hip hop to hip hop, but where was your husband at? Why wasn't he on the scene defending you with your bald headed self? According to Soldier Boy tell him. I wasn't he there. Well, that was a telltale giveaway. When what's her name? Candy was doing all that work, overwork time on them different shows. You know, Ty was collecting evidence, y'all. He was building his case. Ty had a plan from the beginning. Let's not forget, Hollywood is not all that, meaning you would get set up for the breakdown. Candy thought she was living her best life, I feel like. You know, Todd, he knows how to not only hold a camera, he knows how to executive produce. He has ideas. He's a visionary. He can see it. Like, he can put it together, put it on paper. He can make it seem like, you know, that's what we need to do. Has anybody ever been to Old Lady Gang? I hate to ask that, but has anybody ever been there? I only hate to ask because I have been there and I did not like it. I felt like the place smelled like sewage. I'm talking about the location on Peter Street. I heard there's another location, but when I was visiting in town and I had taken some folk with me, I was so embarrassed. I was like, this food is very, very, very distasteful. But an associate of mine told me that they had went to the other location and it was some good. So Todd knows how to make money. He knows how to market. He has an eye to see things before they even come. But so does Mama Joyce. Why do we think Mama Joyce said, don't do it? Have him sign a prenup. Girl, I wouldn't trust him. Y'all know Mama Joyce got that voice that just makes you want to be like, Mama, why you say that? Now, you know I was in love with one of them Levert brothers and whoever else Candy was in love with because it was somebody else and it didn't quite work out. Candy was in love with somebody else and it didn't quite work out. Candy was in love with somebody else and it didn't quite work out. Candy got a child by somebody else. It did not quite work out. But here come Phaedra. And Bobby Brown already said, what did Bobby Brown say about her? He wished he never would have hired her as an attorney at the time out of the ATL when he was going through some things. And I heard some other rappers too said that. Because, you know, at that time, you know, we had Ebony, we had Jab, we had Word Up magazine. We had so many different magazines, but, you know, everything is out there on YouTube. You can Google it. It's a whole bunch of rappers that said they wish they never would have got tied up with Phaedra. So why Candy took it upon herself to trust and believe in Phaedra, I have no idea. Trust. Put all that understanding. Did Candy ever take some time out to even pray about it? Did she have a little talk, in her case, a big talk with Jesus to say, is Todd Tucker the one? Even when y'all remember when Candy was trying to help Todd's daughter Kayla go to college? Like, I'ma pay for that. I want to contribute. I want to help her. Todd was like, no, she okay. Because Todd didn't want that coming back on him saying, well, I helped your daughter with this. Well, I helped your daughter with that. Even though legally, that is her stepdaughter. Why not? You got it? She wanted to give it. Did it need to be written in paper? Maybe Todd already knew something. Maybe he already knew that Candy was not going to be the ideal mother that he already had seen. You know, when they say when a man finds a good wife, he finds a good woman in the process. But Maybe he could see some things that wasn't quite adding up. Maybe at times he wanted Kandi to put on some longer pants. Maybe he wanted her not to have her cheeks hanging out everywhere. Maybe he not wanted her top part hanging out everywhere. Maybe he wanted her to stop singing "You're My Little Secret" and dancing all everywhere and doing her little moves. Like, yo, we got kids together. Like, we done took this partnership. We done set our vows, and now, yeah, we're gonna keep getting this money, but this dungeon stuff and these rumors out here, and you selling these toys, we want to do something different. Was it all a setup? Did Todd have this all planned out for 10, 11, 12, however many years this is going to go on? Did he already have it planned out? Because when Kandi was even working on the Shy, he was like, why don't you be at home sometime? Help me take care of the kids. Todd already set himself up for it, Daddy Daycare Chronicles. And you know, a lot of women find that very appealing, which is really sad because it's like men are supposed to take care of their children. Women are supposed to take care of their children. Parents are. They brought them into this world. They supposed to play a hand in taking care of their children that they brought into this world. But we all know sometimes it does fall on the mother, sometimes more so than the father. Sometimes it falls on the father more so than it does on the mother. But regardless, children do need their parents. And who can ever step up, whether it's the father or the mother, they need their parent or parents. And maybe when, the parent, whoever is, acting like, yo, I got to get this money right now, maybe they really will come around after a while. But I can tell Mama Joyce is the type, she just, observant, up close and personal. But she counting the money too, because she want to be well taken care of. But was it really meant to ever work? Did Todd ever sign the prenup? Did he just serve up to his obligation to be in the marriage for however long and bail when it's his time? Is there really somebody else involved? Do they have a triangular situation, a four-angular situation, a five-angular? Is Todd on the up and up? Is Kandi on the up and up? Or does she feel like she's so special because she's the one that came in with all the millions of dollars? But the fact is that Kandi knew how to make money. Todd knew how to make money too. What nobody gonna go without a meal? What nobody gonna go without, okay, we're gonna get this money and then we're gonna take this money and then we're gonna invest that money to make more money. Nobody was going to go without. That's obvious. But did the greed get too involved that it's like you got kids involved and now they're not being paid attention to? Who knows? Maybe Todd is one of those type of guys that is a super dad. But I can tell you right now, Todd is not going to make it easy on Kandi. And I don't think he should. Because from day one, you could tell Todd, he ain't no slouch. He's a father. He's very well involved in his kids. And I think Kandi is going to have something on her hands more than what she thought she signed up for. Maybe because some women, they'll sit up here and get married and think, oh, he the one. But he's the one because he's elevating you to think you are the one, to think you are that special. And that's why you got him. But the thing is, people cannot be getting married nowadays just because they think, oh, he thinks I'm special. Is it really love, or is it just he thinks I'm special? He know I got money. He know I know how to make money. I'm Kandi Burris. I've been around since the 90s. I was one signed to Escape, So Dev, Jermaine Dupri. And we know Jermaine Dupri, he's still having financial woes. I think he just got his teeth right, actually. And y'all know how Lotto did him on that reality show. She told him, Jermaine can say what he want to say, but them little new rappers came out and showed him what they was working with, and now he's trying to get put on to work with them. Brad, she done moved on with her life. She with, JJ? Beautiful, was it BB Judy, some stuff like that. It comes a time when everybody moves on. So whatever works out, Mama Joyce did try to tell Kandi, get your prenup in order. Hopefully Kandi did. And if she didn't, hey, I ain't mad at Ty. Get your money, get your spousal support. Because that's what the trend is now anyhow. You got to be a fool if you didn't know that. These men are in it for the money. I'm not saying he doesn't love his kids. I'm not saying that he's not going to support his kids and be there once he does get the spouse support. If it does work out like that and just abandon them, no. Todd has been that daddy daycare chronicles that we have witnessed. If y'all have tuned in, so I wish Todd the best, the very best on that too.